Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Sasha. I love indie eyeshadow palettes. I love colorful palettes. I love duochromes, multichromes, all the shiftiness, all the magic. I'm into all of that, guys. And of course, you guys probably are too. But yeah, I'm so excited, very happy that I'm finally going to be reviewing the Unearthly Cosmetics Lower palette. And this got to me pretty fast, so I'm barely getting to review it. I received it on Monday, so like within 3 days. I know some of you received it by the next day because this launched last Friday, and I'm like, Unearthly Cosmetics, man, they ship so fast. And not only that, their quality is great. So earlier I already did 2 eye looks and they're very pretty, guys. They're very colorful looks, you guys. Alright, but let's get into some details about this palette. This palette retails for $46 and it has 24 shadows. So it's, let's see, 18 matte, 18 beautiful mattes, and then 6 shimmers. And actually 5 of the shimmers are just, you know, sparkly, beautiful shimmers, while this one, the shade Pearl, is an actual multi-chrome. So also there was another launch from Unearthly Cosmetics. They released the 12 palette, which is a multi-chrome quad. So I really wanted to get that, but you know, I need to budget, guys. I need to control myself a bit. I can always get that later on. But from what I've seen on Instagram, I haven't seen reviews. I haven't had time to watch reviews yet. I've been meaning to, but from what I've seen on Instagram, the pictures, the swatches, the videos, they look so beautiful. It looks like very high quality multi-chromes. And then when I swatched this Pearl shade, it's really pretty. So I haven't used it yet on my eyes. So I'm gonna be doing 4 eye looks for this video. I already done 2 earlier, and I really love them, guys. I'm already loving this palette, so I'm just gonna do 2 more eye looks, and then I'm gonna kind of think about it. I mean, there's not much to think about, but this palette is already great. Just show you guys some swatches real quick. So with Unearthly Cosmetics mattes, they're very soft, velvety, and they have, like, if you use a brush, they might have a little bit kickback, but they're just so soft and very easy to blend. I feel like Unearthly Cosmetics formula is a very beginner friendly formula, and their shimmers is always sparkly, very beautiful shimmers. It's not like the lackluster shimmers, they're actual like sparkly shimmers. While the multi-chrome Pearl, of course, is that shade is gonna be one of the most beautiful shades and most shiftiest shades, of course, while the other ones are just sparkling beautiful shimmers. But yeah, overall, yeah, the quality is great from what I swatched and from what I tried already. Of course, the darker shades are gonna be more like hard pressed. That's like these shades, like the deep, and I forgot what else, but usually it's always the dark shades, always hard pressed, so they're not as soft as the other shades. With the pastels, they're really nice pastels to play with. They're very soft. You do have to build them up, but that's expected with pastels, of course. For this video, I'm going to be doing 4 eye looks. I already did 2 eye looks earlier, and I already love it, guys. I already love it. So the last 2 eye looks I'm going to show you guys, I'm just going to have a music theme, so not much talking, because I did more like very colorful looks and more using more colors, and I'm still going to use more colors on these 2 looks. So I'm going to talk with you guys with these first 2 looks and just talk about while I'm playing with this palette. I already primed my eyelids, so I just primed them with the Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. And yeah, so let's get started. So I was thinking, let's start with the neutral-ish looks. The last 2 looks, they were pretty colorful. One was pastel vibe, while the other one's more blue greenish. So I really want to play with these shades right here, the brownish shades, and I'm probably going to mix in a little bit purple because I really want to use the shade Pearl. That's the reason why. So we're going to start my head right here. It's like the taupey, has the like slight purple undertone to it. And these mattes, you guys, these mattes are so, I love them, guys. I love Unearthly Cosmetics. They're a very beginner friendly formula. So let's start out with this eye. This is always my best eye, but ooh, see, it does have a purplish. It came out more purplish than I thought, but that's fine. So it's a little bit dark. Okay, so I'm just gonna, yeah, so this would really look good with the purple, since this has, I knew it has a purple undertone. I guess I forgot about the swatches, but yeah, this is very like a nice purplish gray shade. It's kind of cool tone, so it'll be a nice transition. So there's gonna be, like with this palette, you're gonna do a lot of colorful looks. You could keep it monochromatic. I always, oops, that oh, I should clean this brush. Oh shit. So this is why you need to clean your brushes. I just used that earlier, that's why. So I'm basically gonna start over real quick, but it's not a big deal. We're just gonna do it real quick. And just like that. So, oh my gosh. So yeah, usually I like having the I like letting the eye primers dry a little bit, because it really makes the pigment stand out, so it's like stays on better. So I'm just gonna soften it up, I mean, and just like that. It's a nice purple, but we're gonna make it like pretty smoky. So let's get the Pirate Life, and then I want to add a little bit of Seductress, like in the right here in this part. I was thinking if I wanted to do like another like halo look. Oops, got a little bit of that other color. Alright, so yeah, it's very easy, you guys. Can't praise their mattes enough. Like, they're just so easy to work with. And I'm just gonna clean off my brush because I went a little bit high. Then I'm just gonna blend these two, like just pat it. I'm gonna get the Storm Ahead shade and just add that shade on top. So it's very cool tone. We're gonna add a little pop of color. Oh, you guys, sorry. I don't know why I feel out of breath. Probably because it's a little hot, you guys. My husband kept turning on the heater. Well, he's not wearing a sweater, but I am. So I'm like, I'm hot, man. I'm sweating. I want to take off my sweater. I want to look cute. I feel like wearing the sweater again. So it's really nice. Seductress. It's a really nice purple shade. I'm gonna add a hint right here. So just a hint. Oh, look at that, guys. It's already looking pretty. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of the Pirate Life and put it deep in my crease. Make it a smaller brush. And the brushes I'm using, they're actually from Glam Cosmetics too. I like them. Like, they're kind of fluffy in a way, like they're loose. But they're really nice for blending. For like when I first received them, like when I first turned on, it took me a bit to get used to it because how loose they feel. But I feel like they really do help, especially with her formula. I feel like they do help. So I got used to it. Because, let me see. I just want to deepen this a little bit. Just like that. Just. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let me get that little bit of purplish shade, the Storm Ahead shade, and just bring that back. That's sometimes when you mess up, you could kind of blend the shades away. So sometimes, then I'm just gonna go back to the other shade, add it back in, and let me get a little bit of that purple shade again. So this, oh, you guys, so a little bit back and forth. We're trying to make this eye look like a little bit fun, creative. Not super creative. I am into those creative eye looks. Like, whenever I get the chance, I have done a few, not super creative, but that's one of my goals this year, to do more creative eye looks whenever I have the time. And let me see. Now let me just blend this right here. Okay, so you could pat it and just swirl it. I forgot I wanted to do this. Let's use the Black Sea shade. We're gonna put it all on this lid. The reason why, because I want the pearl shade to pop. So I seen it from one of my Instagram friends, Rishi. Oh, she did so many amazing reels for Blend Bunny. Yeah, I love her, man. I love her content. So I'm glad she got that she got noticed from Blend Bunny, because she's a really amazing artist, just like Blend Bunny herself. Ooh, you guys, oh, you could do also like a matte look too. I know it looks very grungy and bold, but you could, man, I feel like this year is gonna be more about mattes. Like, I've been doing more, like using more mattes. Like last year I did a lot of shimmers. I still love shimmers, of course, but I feel like this will be the year that people are gonna start doing more matte looks with the pop of shimmer. Like, it's gonna come back, guys. All the old trends always come back. Looks really cool. I really like it. So probably if you were to blend it between the two, you could pass it has a matte look, but I'm not trying to do all matte look. I'm trying to use that pearl shimmer. The last two eye looks I'm going to show you guys, which I did earlier, I didn't use NYX glitter glue, and it works fine without NYX glitter glue, but this time I want to try it to see if I can tell a difference. Of course, there's always going to be a better difference, but you don't need NYX glitter glue. The shimmers work fine. I didn't really get fallout. Probably if you get too much, maybe. But yeah, let me just add it then. I'm just going to hope that it works. So now we're going to get that beautiful multi-chrome pearl shade. It has like a greenish, pinkish, purplish face. Oh my gosh, it's the shifts, man. But the black is really gonna pop. So thank you, Rishi, for the inspiration. Oh my gosh, you guys, that NYX glitter glue. Yeah. Oh, this shimmer is gonna pop. That looks gorgeous, guys. So I'm just gonna make sure I kind of neaten it up, like a cut crease almost. I'm gonna use my finger just to smooth it out, to melt it in. So I'm gonna get that Storm shade, just get a little bit, that purplish gray shade. And I'm just gonna add a hint right there. So on the bottom, we'll do a little bit pop of color. We'll use this jellyfish shade. Yeah, we'll use the jellyfish shade, and then I'll deepen up with the shade Tentacles. Those pastels, they can be a little bit like powdery, but that's normal. It's still very easy to work with. So there's gonna be a very purplish grayish look, guys. It looks, I love purple grays together. They look really good together. I'm gonna get the shade Tentacles. It's a dark purple shade. This one's a little bit hard pressed, so you don't need that much because I know it's pretty pigmented, these darker shades. And I'm just deepening it up. So it's a lot of mix of purples, adding like a pop of color. It's a grungy but pop of color. We're gonna add a little bit inner corner. Oh, we'll see how this one looks. I think it'll complement it well, the Sailor Delight in the inner corner. So we'll do that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the quality of the shimmers. They are squishy formula. I completely forgot to mention that. They're very soft, squishy. Oh, like all of these shimmers right here, they're all squishy. You guys can see it from the pan. Like they're squishy, except for probably this one. This one should be fine, but the rest, be careful. It kind of dips in, especially with your finger or even brush. But yeah, your finger really helps melt it in. It's like literally like butter. Butter goodness, guys. All right, I'm gonna tap that out, and I'm gonna add that Sailor Delight shade. So there's a squishy shade. It kind of looks similar. I mean, on top of the black base with the pearl shade. I thought it was gonna complement it well. So I think I'm gonna add more of a pop with the Noctusoline highlighter palette. So this one right here that I've been using as a mirror. So I use this so many times, guys. It's one of my absolute favorites. So I think, let's see, what shade should I use? Do a little pink or purple? I think I want to do it. Yeah, let's do a purple. I love this shade Far Out. So we'll do this Far Out shade. I'm going to get a little bit on my brush. Oh my gosh, I'm so close to panning. You guys, I'm so close. Like, you guys could see it. It's almost there. You guys, I love this highlight palette. Like, if you're into, like, if you want to add, like, a little magicalness, highlighter vibes, very fantasy, and you want it to pop, then this is the one for you. And also you can keep it subtle. I build these highlighters up on my cheekbones to my liking, so you could add like a nice, just a nice color. It's very like, and it doesn't emphasize texture either, this highlighter palette. Ooh, see that good enough? I feel like it doesn't pop enough. I might have to add another shade. Well, let's add just a little tiny bit of a light tint. That will make it pop. It should. I need to use the shade more. Like, I have a review of this highlighter palette on my YouTube channel. I know my thumbnail doesn't look the best. I look like I had some negative things today, but actually I said great things about this palette. Like, I love it so much. And I did a lot of face swatches. And even eye swatches as a bonus. So I think that's, yeah. And we just bring that up, and I'm just gonna melt it in, and yeah, then that's it, guys. So there's a very grungy purplish look. Do I want to deepen it up? Actually, yeah, let's deepen it up a little bit. Pirate Life. I might mix a little bit of black, maybe. I don't know. So I just want to deepen it up just a tad bit. And I probably have to add that purple in again. And just kind of go around. Like you're doing like a little bit like a U shape. I want to get the black sea shade because it's getting kind of lost a little bit. So I'll just add a little bit extra depth, the black shade. Just a little bit, guys. Just add a little bit. Yeah, this will add a little bit extra depth. Just a little U thingy, a little U shape. Blend this now, just a little bit. And that purple in, just like that. And then now I'm gonna add the little bit pearl. I'm gonna get just a little tad pearl. It's just the finishing touches, guys. I'm just gonna softly blend like that, like loosely. There you go. So I'm very satisfied with this look. Very pretty. Now the other look is gonna be more, I would say colorful. I'm thinking more colorful, more bolder. This is grungy, but I want to focus these colors. I love these colors right here. The pink, blues, the burgundy shade. Ooh, I don't even know. What should be my main shimmer? Okay, let's start with the transition. Let's do the shade Catch Me. Actually, we're gonna do like a split thing. So we'll do the Catch Me and then the shade Baited. So I'm gonna do almost like umber. So we're gonna start with Catch Me and then Baited. We're gonna do an umber. We're gonna start with the pastels. It's gonna be like dark, very pastel and dark. Blue. Pastels are always easy to work with. For the shade Baited, it's like a nice purplish pink shade. Let's see how it looks on my eyelids. Oh, so there's like cotton candy vibes. Oh yeah, it does have like a little purplish base, unless the blue is getting mixed in. I'm gonna use the shade Explore, and then we're gonna deepen up the deep. So yeah, I'm pretty much going along the columns. So let me test out this Explore shade, and I might have to switch brush. Yeah, let me switch the brush real quick. So this one's like a nice navy, like a blue jean blue. Oops. Yeah, if you're not careful, you might make the powder explosion. So we're gonna do like a little ombre effect. Like if the more color you use, and of course you have to take your time, like just blending. Like it's not hard. You just have to go a little bit back and forth. That's what blending is all about. And let me see now. Let me get the deep shade. Ooh, this one's like a purplish blue shade. Ooh. Yeah, that deepen it up a little bit. Yeah, actually, quite a lot. Just deepen it in this corner and just kind of go up a little bit. Get the shade Booty. I love this shade right here, Booty. Actually, I've used this in my first look. I did notice this shade, it did stain my eyelid on this side. Even with micellar water, I couldn't take it off. These are pressed pigment. It contains pigment which, according to US law, are not suitable for use on the eye area. Discontinued if irritation occurs. So there are some palettes that have that wording. I mean, they have to mention it. Sometimes I fail to mention it, but I just want to let you guys know. Probably the staining and probably sensitive eyes. My eyes are not sensitive. But yeah, these mattes are very soft, you guys. I just want to tell you guys, this shade did stain. I just want to mention that. Ooh. So I'm gonna do a little bit brown. Oh my gosh. Yeah. A little bit more. And just right here. So that other shade Baited, I might add it back in again. It did leave like a little purplish shade. It might be because I have a little bit blue mixed in. But we'll just add the shade back in and see how it looks. I'm just going to add that back in, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to softly add it back in. And I'm just going to swirl it almost like that. Just want to show you guys how easy these mattes are. Oh my god, this is seriously like a mermaid dream. I love mermaids. I failed to mention that in the beginning. That's the reason why I picked up this palette. I just love the color story, and it does definitely remind me of Mermaid. It's supposed to be take inspiration from mermaids, pirates, and the sea. And I think the color story, I didn't talk much about it in the beginning, but I think they did a fantastic job with the color story. Blend Bunny Cosmetics, their color story from all their other palettes, they're so good. They look so color coordinated. Blend Bunny, she's a makeup artist, very talented makeup artist, and I just love the way how she arranged the color story, so organized and by color, by depth level too. It just makes it easier to work with. Yeah, let me see. Oh, let's see what else to do. Let me add a little bit of the beauty shade. It's really hard for me to like talk sometimes. Sometimes I get lost. Like I'm not good at multitasking or something. I'm trying to get better at it, of course. But yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, I need to deepen up that pink. Let's get the X Marks the Spots. So that's a pirate inspired. It's X Marks the Spot. It's like a maroon burgundy-ish shade, red magenta shade. I'm gonna get a little bit of that shade and deepen this part. Gonna pat it. Ooh, that definitely add a lot of depth. And whew. Do I want to do like a V, or I mean I've been keeping it like kind of roundish look, right? So let's do like a roundish look. Gonna go on my lash line a little bit. But yeah, this palette really inspires me, guys. I think I said the same thing about the All Done palette too. Like it just inspires me so much. Like I just love it. I love the way they do the color story. It's like, guys, I've always dreamed of trying out Blend Bunny. Like ever since I watched Ali Dawson's video, like her old videos when she first reviewed them, and they've been on my wish list, like the Dollhouse palette and the Surge palette, and I finally got them like last year from their Black Friday sale, and I love them, you guys. They're so pretty, they're so easy to work with, play with, and I feel like they're like essential palettes, just like how some people, I guess, get ColourPop palettes. I know some people collect ColourPop palettes, but there's some people that just get them for essentials, you know? Like ColourPop has nice color stories too. They just do a lot of launches though. But I love that Blend Bunny takes their time. That's the thing about indie brands. They're not big corporate companies. They're more, you know, small businesses. I really think about all their launches, especially with Blend Bunny. Like I think this is the palette that she mentioned that it was one of her dream palettes. The other one was a Surge, and she was sneaking in that she's gonna release one of her dream palettes, and I guess this is the Mermaid palette, and I think it's great, guys. It's great. Okay, let me just kind of fix this a little bit. Oh, it's no problem with blending. You just have to take your time with it. Like there's no patchiness. They're just so soft and easy to work with. So look at the color contrast, the dark to the colorful, good and evil. This is what I was saying before my memory card got full. Since purple and pink kind of make like a purplish look, I'm always going to make a purplish in between. So let's do the Jellyfish and Seductress, kind of mix the two. So it could be like in between kind of purple. So it's going to be kind of hard to keep it the same. So I'll just evenly do it, evenly pat it, and I'm just going to blend that. So all matte look, man, with the pop of shimmer, I guess. Ooh, look at that, guys. Alright, I'm getting really excited mixing the colors. Add that X Marks the Spot shade. I feel like I should add a little bit more. You just have to be careful because it's pretty dark, that's why. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that much talking, but it's just this one's a lot of blending because I'm using multiple mattes, and I'm just gonna, for the bottom I'm gonna use some more of the purplish shade. Well, I'm gonna use the shade Baited right here. Add it right here. Baited, it's like a purplish pink shade. We're just gonna do an inner corner moment. Yeah, and then we're deepening it up with the booty shade. So what do you guys think about this palette? Are you guys thinking of getting this? I highly recommend it if you're into the color story, the Mermaid vibe. You can always do monochromatic looks. The formula is great, guys. If you're into those shimmery shimmers, sparkly shimmers, then this is the palette for you. As long as you're able to use the whole palette, I feel like if you're able to at least use 3/4 palette, then I think it's worth it. And especially if you can use the whole palette. If you love all the colors, you love Blend Bunny formula, then this palette, you won't be disappointed. Blend Bunny has not disappointed me yet, or I don't think they'll ever will, as long as their formula stays pretty much consistent or even better. Oh my gosh, if they get better, I'm gonna be blown away. Like, I'm already blown away by their formula. Alright, I'm gonna deepen it up with the X marks the spot just a little bit, just right here in the corner. Well, we're gonna use a Lost at Sea right here, and probably Sea Nip. I think I haven't used Sea Nip. That's probably the only, yeah, that's probably the only shade I have not used. Sea Nip. So we're gonna add that shade. It's gonna be a different blue. It's more gonna be lean more almost tealish. Like, why you want to change it? I'm not sure why. I just want to do it. Okay, then I'm just gonna blend it. Ooh. Alright, and now I'm gonna add that Sea Nip shade. That's gonna be like a tealish shade, and I'm just gonna add it right here, right there, just in the edges, because we're still gonna add an inner corner. Purplish shimmery, I want to use this shade. Hopefully it turns out good. This one's so squishy when you pick it up on a brush, like it moves. And we're gonna add it right there. Maybe the blue would make more sense, but man, I just love I just love adding pop of colors, like fun color, contrasting colors sometimes. And yeah, I'm just gonna add that there. Well, we'll just probably use the Noctilucent highlighter palette just to add in more pop because it came out more purplish because on top of the blue. So we're gonna add something that makes it pop out more. Actually, let's do Apparition. It's gonna have more of a silverish look to it. This one's Sprite, so. Ooh, yes. Okay. And I'm just gonna add it right here too. And let me just use my finger to kind of blend that away. Alright guys, so right here's the finished look for the first two eye looks. And yes, I went ahead and added eyeliner and of course my lashes. I needed the lashes. Really love how this one came out. Very, very pretty. Love it. All the mix up like purple brownish tones. Nice range of tones. And while this side, well, this side is very colorful. I think I could have done a better job, probably, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to blend the mattes. Like, I use multiple shades with the mattes. So yeah, just some eye look inspiration. And if you guys are wondering, because I changed my lip real quick, I didn't see this came out better. I used Dominique Cosmetic Brown Sheer Lip Liner, and I used the TerraMoons Cosmetic Shadowberry, but I shear it out with my lip because it's super pigmented, so I just shear it out with my lip. It's actually a lot darker than what's on my lips right now. But yeah, we're just gonna move on to the two eye looks I done earlier. I think the two eye looks I'm gonna just show you guys, they're my favorite eye looks I did. Oh my gosh, they're so good. And then this is probably my third favorite, and this is my last favorite.
Stressed out, don't know where my head's at. Feeling like I'm always trying to get up on the right track. On the right track, feeling so lost. Can you help me find the right path? Baby, if you follow, I'll catch you. Diving in deep, I need a wetsuit. Cause ain't nobody coming to our rescue. Cause we just gotta do what we gotta do. This is feeling like deja vu. Every single time I'm coming back to you. I don't know what to do. When I'm with you, it still feels brand new. I need you right or wrong. She ride it, shawty in a whip, and it's her favorite song. I told her, baby girl, I'm really trying to take you home. This is not the type of thing you want to do alone. So what you waiting on? Kinda stressed out, don't know where my head's at. Feeling like I'm always trying to get up on the right track. help me find the right path?
Baby, if you fall, I will catch you. Diving in deep, I need to rescue. Cause ain't nobody coming to our rescue. Cause we just gotta do what we gotta do.
Loving you goes in circles round and round. Loving you goes in circles lost and found. Loving you goes in circles round and round. Loving you goes in circles lost and found. Never leaving. All night, hold tight, do it right. Touch me like you're never leaving. All night, hold tight, do it right. Loving you goes in circles round and round. Loving you goes in circles lost and found.
Alright guys, so those are my last two eye looks that I just done earlier. So I really hope you guys enjoyed those eye look tutorials. I hope they help you out to find inspiration how to use the Lure palette. I just gave you guys my overall thoughts about this palette. I think this palette, the formula, A+, you guys. The mattes are very easy to blend. I practically use, I believe I use all the shades, but if I miss any, it's probably one or two mattes that I missed. But the majority, I use the majority of the matte, and all the shimmers I used too. The shimmers are very squishy, so be careful not to like dip your finger in because they're soft and squishy. And with the brush too, it might like get squishy with the brush as well. The shade Pearl, I wanna, next time I use it, I wanna use it without the black base. It does look pretty with the black base, so it's gonna look different on top of, on its own. But you can see more of the orangey tones, like kind of gold. And I think it's supposed to have like a greenish brown base to it, but because I use a black base, you can't really see that, so it's just making it more pop. But that's supposed to be a multi-chrome, and so I don't mind all these mattes at all, like the gradient form, because all these shades, the pastel shades, are make it very easy to blend out, you know, all the other darker shades. So that's the whole point of her palettes too. So is to make it easier. You could do a pastel look, you could do a colorful look, monochromatic looks are the easy ways to go. You can also follow along the columns as well. Like you could just do easy looks that way, or you could do a fun like pastel mermaid vibes, very almost circus like pastel vibes. Man, this is a very happy palette, and you could really deepen it up, like pretty jewel tones right here as well. You could do jewel tones or mix all of these, or make it super grungy with the greens and blues and black. Like you can make it grungy. I think the shade Pearl is probably the most grungiest shade out of here, and all the other shimmers, I just wanted to compare real quick. I didn't get to compare in the beginning, but I was comparing it yesterday when I did my swatches. I'm like, I only seen a slight difference. So let's compare the shade Folklore and In a Bottle. So this one's more of a mint shade and this one's In a Bottle shade. So I was trying to see the difference, but this is how they look like. When I did my swatches, I did them right next to each other so I could see if there's a difference. There's a slight difference, the little sparkles. So I'm just gonna show you guys on my palm. So I believe that's the bluish one. There's the green one. Huh. Yeah, this one looks more sparkly. Let me see, which one's the sparkly one? So this is the shade Folklore. So there's a mint to it. They just look so close to each other, but this is definitely blue and this one more of a mint. The sparkle in this one, I'm gonna try to see how they look. Like a silver and a light green sparkles, while the blue one, the In a Bottle, this is like a baby sky blue. It has silver and white sparkles. So this one's more of a silver, like a silvery blue. Well, this one's more of a color of a mint green. So that's, I'm going to try to share it out so you guys could see probably a little better. Alright guys, so that's the difference. So this one's more of a blue. You can see the silverish sparkles to this one. And this one you can see like the sparkles is like, the sparkles in this one stand out more. While this one, like you can see the sparkles, but you can see like some of the color sparkles as well. But the similar mattes, we could compare real quick. Jellyfish and Baited. That's the only one that's probably look close, but they're actually different. So Jellyfish, it's purplish, Baited is similar. And we can also compare Lost at Sea and Catch Me. So I don't mind them being like similar because it's a gradient to help blend, but that's how it looks like, just in case you guys are wondering. But I totally think this palette is worth it. I'm just gonna swatch it here so you guys can see the difference. Yeah, this one leans over a purplish, that has a pink. That one's blue. This one's brighter. So that's the difference, you guys. That's without building it up, of course. I'm just gonna build them up so you guys could see better. So you can definitely see a difference in case you guys are wondering. So these are like very cotton candy vibes. So purplish, and it's like pinkish purple, but leans more pink. That's definitely like a green mint, and that's like a sky blue. I have no complaints about this palette. Like I love the color choices. It goes well in theme with mermaids, the sea a little bit, but mostly reminds me of mermaids. Pirates, maybe a little bit with this part right here, the dark shades. That shade. This is supposed to be a 332. That's supposed to be her lucky number. She gave a little story on her Instagram and I thought it was super sweet that it was her lucky number. I love when brand owners, they put the names, like not just like any name, sometimes they have some meaning to it. Like I love it when brands do that, like so much, like because there's like always a story behind each name sometimes. But yeah guys, so that's basically it. I love this palette. If you guys love the color story, if you're gonna use all the colors, the formula is great, highly recommended. The shimmers are very shimmery. You guys seen the difference between Folklore and the bottle. There's slight differences. One's more, the bluish one's more sparkly, while Folklore is more of the base, but it's still sparkly. But I'm just saying this one's more silverish vibes. So that's about it. So let me know what you guys think about this palette. Do you guys think it's a good one? You guys already know how I feel about this palette. I think it's a good one. I'm very happy to have it. I'm so happy to be able to use this with the other Blend Buddy cosmetic palettes, like her mattes. I love her mattes so much. Like the shimmers are good too, but it's just the mattes. Like I don't even have to work with the blending. Like I mean you do if you blend a lot of colors, of course, but just the formula is so soft and easy to work with, and I feel like a lot of people will love her formula. And yeah guys, that's all I have to say about this. So let me know your thoughts and let me know which one's your favorite eye look. I would love to hear it. And thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for supporting as well. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.